Needless to say, Star Wars video games have come a very long way. But Dark Forces was one of those games that wasn't just a good Star Wars game, it was a good game in general. It was one of my first-person shooters, and it's a game that people have a lot of nostalgia for, so when I heard that a remaster was being planned and released, I got a little nervous. For starters, this game came out in 1995. That's a long time ago. Who knows if it even aged well? On top of that, are they gonna remove all this game's charm? Are they gonna make it look brand new and fancy? Because honestly, I don't think that's gonna work. These are the concerns I brought into playing Star Wars Dark Forces, but what I was met with was actually kind of surprising. You're playing as this disgruntled guy named Kyle Katarn. He used to be an Imperial officer, but now he's working for the Rebellion, but he's making sure to keep it all mysterious, like maybe I'll go back to the Empire. And the first mission in this game makes the movie of Rogue One completely irrelevant, because the entire first mission is about stealing the Death Star plans from the Empire. But instead of storing these plans on a giant base which has a planetary shield, they keep it on this little outpost that has like 4 doors between the entrance and the plans. So Kyle goes in there, blasts the place apart, takes the plans, and just leaves. And outside of the presence of Darth Vader and some cutscenes, this mission's the only real thing connecting Kyle to the main story of Star Wars. But this game is from a simpler time. We didn't need very big, robust stories. The story was fun, but we just needed a reason to run around an Imperial base and shoot stormtroopers. The first-person combat in this game is a lot of fun. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of auto-aim, and I do remember that from the old game, so you'll shoot a shot and it'll essentially track its way to an enemy. Even though this is an action game, a lot of these levels feel more like solving puzzles. There are timed puzzles, there are switches that open rooms to open other switches, there are levels in which you have to figure out what rooms to go in the correct order. And on top of that, this game isn't that short either. There's 21 levels to play through. And since the original Dark Forces is basically a Star Wars flavored Doom clone, it runs really smoothly on modern hardware. The developers went ahead and also added some lighting effects to wall panels and doors and even your blaster. It's a perfect balance of quality of life improvements in a modern gaming era with a game that requires old school charm to feel right. But the thing that makes me most happy about the remaster is realizing that this game has always been as fun as I remembered it. Because no matter how many improvements they made to the graphics and the UI, if the game wasn't fun, then it was never gonna be fun, but this is a fun Star Wars game. And it reminded me of how simple things were back in the day. They didn't need to tie everything into a movie or a TV show. Now it's just you're running around in Star Wars and you're just kind of having fun. So if you've got any amount of nostalgia for Star Wars Dark Forces, then just know that that nostalgia is celebrated in this remaster. And that's great, because in the world of remakes and remasters, it can either go really well or really, really poorly. Anyway, I'm really happy that Star Wars Dark Forces got the love that I think it deserves. I've got a ton of fond memories of playing this game on my cousin's PlayStation, and now that I think about it, I hope I never deleted his saves. So this was a really good Star Wars remaster, but there were 2 other Star Wars games that got remastered, and that didn't go as well as this. If you want to see what I'm talking about, click here, but in the meantime, thank you very much for watching my video, and I will see you in the next one.